I think it's fun when you can relate to people and you see people like people. So in marketing, that's a 101. You want to relate to whatever the product is. And so if there's a person on there. So
nobody has ever lost business by doing a collaboration with either a smaller business or a bigger business.
No.
There's no losing when you're helping up your fellow human beings,
Yeah.
Welcome, everybody, to the STG podcast. I'm here with the lovely Ryanne Day.
I don't know if I'm lovely, but thank you.
Yeah, welcome to the podcast.
Yeah.
We're very excited to have you. And today we're going to be talking a little bit about STG Eats, and we're going to be talking about your story and anything that we can kind of think of to let people know what they want to know about us, right?
All right.
So yeah, in this podcast, I'm excited to kind of hear some of your questions for me, and I'll have some questions for you. So yeah, first off, tell me a little bit about what you're doing, what you're up to recently.
What I'm up to recently.
Yeah, what you've been doing.
So going crazy. A good crazy, right? No, so about almost a year ago, I got my about a year ago, I got my real estate license. And so I used to work with McRae Hepler, which is kind of the reason I'm where I'm at today. But, so I still am I run the STG Eats account, on Instagram and Facebook, but it's not very good on Facebook. I gotta be better about that. But, and then I've started into real estate. So, you think, oh, this will be good. And you have a flexible schedule. And I work 7 days a week.
Yeah.
Morning till night. So between real estate, which I'm loving, and, I'm actually pretty busy. I'm not going to lie. So between that and the STG Eats account, I'm busy. I'm very busy, but I love it.
Yeah, so the STG Eats, so just so you know, from my perspective, I am not a very social media savvy person, but I know of STG Eats. I've worked with you a little bit on some of the promotions for Savesy and whatnot, right? But tell me about STG Eats and also is it STG Eats?
I don't know if you call it STG Eats or STG Eats.
I'm gonna call it STG Eats.
Okay.
Yeah.
Some people don't know what STG is, which just is
St. George.
Yeah, St. George. Yeah.
So with STG Eats, you have this wonderful following. People are, my wife is always like, hey, we should go check out this restaurant because of, because of what you post or something. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Plan it out and we'll go. And so it's really cool. I think one thing that I'm curious about is how does that help you in real estate? Because I've known that you are in real estate as well, but does it help? Does your relationships in doing this social media influencer thing affect you in real estate in a positive or negative way?
I think positive and negative, depending on who you're talking to.
Okay.
Because I've had this account, I've got to meet so many different people. And a lot of people know me because of this account.
Yeah.
But I can't take all the credit. I kind of inherited this account from Michelle. She was the original owner.
Okay.
I've ran it for about 2 years. And she did an amazing job. She was definitely not on camera. She liked to do the food, and then she was kind of anonymous. Occasionally you'd see a picture of her. But I'm a people person. I don't want to say I'm I can be on camera, but I think it's fun when you can relate to people and you see people like people. So in marketing, that's a 101. You want to relate to whatever the product is. And so if there's a person on there. So definitely have gotten so many, I think I can barely go into Costco without at least one person stopping me. Oh my gosh, I love your account. And I'm or people are like, hey, and I'm like, oh my gosh, am I supposed to know this person? Or do they know me from my account? I don't know. But I love it. And I love that people come up and talk to me. But so yes, in a way, people know me from the account, but I think it does carry over into real estate. And it's still remaining to to be known whether or not like it really does help. I try not to cross too many barriers, but definitely food, like come to an open house, I'm going to feed you.
Right. Yeah, that's awesome.
And if I have cookies from a special, place in town, I don't care if I'm at open house, I'm going to tell you where I got the cookies from.
Right.
So yeah, there's little things where I play into it, but yeah, I think the benefit for me is because of this account, I've been able to meet so many different people. And that's where just the love for the community comes in. And so people know that I'm a realtor. They know that I'm a foodie, and I've gotten some good referrals from that. So
yeah. That's really cool. I think, you're dealing with lots of business owners, right?
Yeah.
And oftentimes business owners that's actually a good question. Do business owners often have real estate, and are they in the real estate game?
It's funny because it's like it's things you don't realize. I've got a lot of referrals from people that are moving here.
Okay.
But it's like, hey, my buddy is coming into town and they want to look at horse property. Okay, let's go look.
Yeah.
So I'm trusted, and that's the thing is, as far as the account goes, I've had a few people reach out that are followers that are like, hey, you do real estate, right? And I'm like, yeah. And so I'll help them when I can. But for the most part, it's because of the relationships I've made with the people that are behind the scenes. It has nothing to do with the actual videos or my account.
Right.
But it's networking, and it's just meeting new people and having new friends and them trusting me with their friends to take care of them when they come into town or if they're, just hopefully I'm a trustworthy person, and I'm kind of fun and kind of funny. So I'll make your house buying a little bit less stressful. How about that?
Which is awesome. What more can that's like the pinnacle of a really good real estate agent,
Yeah.
Like, because I've got several rental properties, and I had a really good realtor down in Vegas.
Okay.
She was awesome. And I wish that she was more involved here in Utah, because I would have been great to just do both, real estate down in Vegas.
I know a good real estate agent. I got you.
All right. Well, that's what I'm kind of alluding to this.
Yes.
I'm in the business of finding a good realtor now.
There you go. Call me.
Yes, I know. Who are you gonna call?
Ryanne.
So, that's really awesome, and I'm really stoked to kind of understand or learn more about this relationship you have between two different kind of businesses.
Yeah,
honestly,
totally. And they're both small businesses. I know a lot of people just think the foodie page is just a fun thing. I came out negative last year. It's very expensive to run, and it's just me, solo person. But I still enjoy it, and I still like meeting new people and learning stories and whatnot. So I'm still going to do it. And I think it's a benefit to St. George, but it's a small business. So, a lot of people think it's just all fun and games, but it's a lot of hard work. I probably put in on a good week, about 40 hours.
Yeah, so. That's impressive. Because, making a video, that's not the brain power that takes to basically see the end product as you're doing it, Yeah. And then, all the work that comes in afterwards with the editing and
it's the work beforehand. It's making those connections. It's making the contacts. It's showing up. It's talking to them while you're there. And then you get food.
Right.
Yeah, and then you get the food. And then, and usually I try and bring another person, at least one, just so that I have more options to show off for them.
Yeah.
And they know when I'm coming that, they want to show off the best. And I don't ever look on the menu. I'm like, tell me what your best thing is. Tell me what you want to show off. Let's show it off.
Yeah.
And I'm not a picky eater. So it's always fun to bring somebody else with me so that I can be like, okay, they get to eat it too. So I'm not like a big old bag of doggy bags coming out. But, yeah. Not dogs. I don't eat dogs. Doggy bags. That eluded me for a second there. Okay. Anyways.
So, well, here's a question: how many different places do you go to eat for, like in a week or in a month? How many places do you go do work for?
I try, and it's funny because like at the beginning of the week, I'll be like, I don't have anything planned.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, by the end of the week, I'm like, I'm exhausted. People just kind of randomly will shoot me texts and I'm like, oh yeah, I could do it on this day or this day. So I try and average around 3 a week. That's manageable. For a while there, I was doing something every day and I got burned out pretty fast. So I have to do it so that I'm not going to burn out. So about three a week, if I can try and have at least 3 videos. They may not be me going to a restaurant. Like it's been kind of fun. I've partnered up with a few different companies like 435 Local. We did a wine trail. And so we're cutting it up into a series. And I mean, I have I think between all of us, we have over 500 videos and photos to go through. Wow. And I'm like, oh, this is so much to go through. But yeah, we're dividing those up into, I did an intro video of all of them. And then I think I just posted a few days ago, about IG Winery. So that's the first one. And then we'll do the next one. And then I've also, I worked with, Shop the Boulevard, and that's been fun. We did marathon of breakfast foods or best taco, and this last one we just did, which I think I'm posting tomorrow, is on sweet treats on the Boulevard. And we finally decided it's almost too much to push all of them into one video, so we're going to break that up into a series too. And then I've done Drive and Dine with Stephen Wade. I'm not sure if we're going to continue that or not. I actually have another person, if not, he wants to kind of take that up. So it's fun to collaborate with people, and it's fun because I love 435. They are a huge benefit to our community. I love Shop the Boulevard. They're trying to revitalize all the amazing stores and restaurants and businesses on the Boulevard. Because sometimes I think people get stuck in their little neighborhood and forget oh, we got to kind of cool downtown. And Stephen Wade, hey, I'll go for a ride in any of those cars. I'm not going to complain.
Well, I'm thinking of ideas as you're talking about this stuff because, I like food.
Yeah.
You should,
let's go.
You should invite me on some of these things because I will make their food look good.
Fabulous. Okay, it's a date.
The way I eat, I'll be quiet.
It'll be gone.
I'll eat the whole thing.
Good.
And you can just film me.
Nice. It's funny because my boys, they used to come with me, and then people figured out, wait, your mom's STG Eats. And so then they got harassed. So they're like, don't film me. And I'm like, what's the point of you coming? Right. I'm like, no food for you. But they still come with me occasionally. I can't film them.
Yeah. Have you seen Seinfeld?
Yeah.
The soup Nazi?
No soup for you. No soup for you.
Yeah.
No food for you.
Episode.
Yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that to my boys.
Yeah, so here's an idea. I was thinking that we could do something along the lines of doing a crave and save. So it'd be a social media thing where we just go to all the restaurants that are on Savesy.
I'm down for that. I was actually thinking that when I was talking about the collaborations. I'm like, why are we not doing that?
Yeah, yeah, what are we doing?
I don't know.
I was kidding.
We're just winging it.
It's my fault. I'm too much in the code right now.
I know. You're in your box up there. I'm like, what is this foreign language on your guys' computers?
Yeah.
Thank goodness for people like you. My brain doesn't function like that. So my brain is simple. Let's go eat.
Well, yeah, I need to basically, as a business owner, I need to sort of back off a little bit, focus more on these fun things because Savesy is it's an amazing thing. I really think that the community needs it. I think lots of communities need it. But yeah, I'm currently right now thinking of ways that I also as a small business can affordably get content and stuff. So
yes, yeah. I'm all about, my whole thing this year is there's no compete. It's all about collaboration. Mm-hmm. I think a lot of people on social media, they're like, oh, geez, that person. Oh, geez,
Yeah.
why? Why not? Why not collaborate instead of like, hating them?
Okay. Here's one thing I know about social media. This is just like
Please
a business
do tell.
metric. So,
Okay.
the most successful accounts are the ones that do collaborations.
Oh,
And
okay.
not just the most successful, but the fastest growing accounts too, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's a ceiling or something at a certain level, but
Yeah.
the fastest growing accounts from like 0 to, like being able to charge good money for
Yeah.
like, your content, is the collaboration aspect.
Yeah.
And doing, obviously like, I don't know if it's free or paid collaborations, whatever, but collaboration is like the main
And I
way
think-
to get.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, it's just to get somewhere.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, and there's definitely like, I'm an ambassador for, is that what it's called? I don't even know. An influencer, ambassador. I don't know what it is for like Beehive Mills. And I truly love Beehive Mills because I am so busy. Like, and I don't, no offense, and don't ever repeat me. But sometimes I just want a home cooked meal.
Yeah.
I eat out a lot. And so sometimes it's just really nice to have a home cooked meal. And so I do the Beehive Meals and they're great. They really take care of the people that take care of them. And so that's the thing is like when you're collaborating like this, yeah, I mean, I will say, yeah, it helps pay the bills. That one is definitely one that pays the bills. I like to do those collaborations. Yes, it's like a paid gig. But I also like to do collaborations with like other small accounts in town that they're also spreading the word about local businesses. And surprisingly, people think that we're rolling in the dough as an influence. I hate that word. I hate that word. I wish there was some other word, but then I'd probably hate that word too. But literally what it is we are influencing people's decisions. And I wish I could stand by some private jet and some amazing car. Just kidding. I don't know what those people are influencing, but it is nice to collaborate with other people, other accounts, and they are trying to make a difference. And so I'm all about that. Like, let's do that. Let's build each other up and build your following. I'll build my following. And a lot of times we just work together. It's not like, I don't know. What is it? Oh man, what is that? I forget it. It's all tides raise. What is that? What is that quote? Okay, strike that, Mallory.
A rising tide lifts all boats.
Yes, rising tide lifts all boats. So thank you. Yes. So and that's my logic because I'm like, there's enough haters out there, and believe me, I get them. I get people that make comments or send me messages that are pretty hateful, and I'm like, I eat food. I eat food. Like, what's the point? So I think if we did something together, then it's like it benefits Savesy, benefits my account. We can show people how they can save money. Like, I'm all for it. Let's do it.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of ways that we can, get just do more than just what's inside of the app for free. I just want to, provide all the avenues to help these small businesses out. It obviously is going to help Savesy grow. I mean, the more Savesy, the Savesy name gets out there, then great, wonderful. Yeah. But I think the way to do that is, just helping people out and see what kind of things we can accomplish together.
Yeah, I think it's funny because it's like when you have somebody that serves other people.
Yeah.
You never like, oh, that person like is losing because they did that. No, you gain. That's the best part about it is helping each other out. You just gain and keep growing. So
yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. That was another, like the other side of that metric was like nobody has ever like lost business by doing a collaboration with either a smaller business or a bigger business.
No, for sure.
Way. Unless for some reason there was like guerrilla marketing involved or something, but like,
yeah.
No. Yeah. Like the people, there's no losing when you're helping up your fellow human beings,
Yeah.
So.
And I think that's what St. George is good about. There's so many good people here. So I think, if we all help each other out, it works.
Yeah. And there's good businesses. Like you were saying, like new businesses are popping up all over the place.
Time. Yeah.
And by the way, if there's any business owners that hear this podcast, please, if you have a new business and you have like a grand opening or something, post the event on the Savesy app.
Yeah.
Because we have events now for businesses.
Yes.
So.
And if you need help, you can always DM us.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. We have. Yes. Please.
Yeah.
So, because all we do is just sit there and monitor and look at the numbers and all we're doing is just trying to help this, this thing grow and as a side effect, the small businesses benefit. So
yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So what? Tell me about some recent experiences that you've had. Where was the last place that you went to eat?
This is the last place I went. Golly, I'm like, I just went there. Well, I'll tell you, we just did the wine trail, which I said, which is really kind of cool. I know there's like a large population that doesn't drink in St. George, and that's fine. But there's like a whole lot of history with the LDS Church, the Mormons, that they had a bunch of vineyards here when they established St. George. And so now it's, of course, that went away. But learning about the different soils, how we have the sandy soil, we have the clay soil, we have the volcanic soil, and how all of that changes the grapes and the flavors of them. So kind of fun. Yeah. So we have a good climate to grow these grapevines and to make wine. So kind of fun to see. And each one of them that I've been to, so I've been to 4 total. There's a few more I haven't been to. Or maybe just one. I think I might just have one left that I haven't been to. But each one of them, they're completely different. Like the wine is different too, but like the atmosphere is different. So there's one IG winery is up in Cedar. Super cool. Like interior, just jewel tones, just super fun vibe. These blown glass like lights and these amazing, what did they call it? The sear. Oh, I might have that wrong. But this beautiful sculpture is kind of like a fairy that like tastes the grapes at night. It's like a cool. Kind of a legend thing, but it's like this barrier, and then you see the wine behind all up on the wall. It's, anyways, super beautiful, classic and classy. And you were like, "Wait, this is Cedar City? What?
Yeah, that's
What's
wild.
going on?"
I would not actually think that.
Oh yeah,
that this is like a good, but it kind of makes sense.
Yeah,
because there's a large diversity of like different soils in southern Utah.
Oh, for sure. Like Pine Valley, you've got more volcanic.
Right.
Down here in Leeds, it was a little bit more sandy. And then you've got out in Colorado City is a whole different, I can't tell you exactly what the soil was, but it was that was our third stop. We were a little tipsy with it.
Yeah, there was a gentleman that came to Kiln, actually. That's where we're filming this podcast. And he has a winery in Dameron Valley. I don't know where that is. That seems like it's pretty close to here. It's
like Delaney, Bolden Delaney. Oh my gosh.
Bolden Delaney.
Thank you. Bolden Delaney. I'm like, which one's coming first? Bolden Delaney.
Yeah, those were good.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's the one they have more volcanic soil there. So different minerals in the soil.
That's what he was saying. He's like it's like a unique place in the world, like for a winery. So
did people in St. George know we have like volcanic? You better if you're not from St. George. Yes, we have.
I feel like if you just drive out through Santa Clara and like go out towards Ivans and stuff.
Yeah,
that's pretty much all that black rock is what you're talking about. Right? The black rock that's on
like Black Desert. Yeah, they had to drill through all that volcanic rock.
Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah.
By the way, where's the volcano?
There's little buttes. Go up towards Dameron Valley.
Really? Those are like old volcanoes?
Yeah, they're little buttes. I don't know. I need to take a geography class here because there's like a lot of really cool stuff here. I mean, you can see where there's earthquakes, fault lines, and the rocks have jetted up down in Hurricane. You can see I think there's like 3 buttes. They're like little volcano. I don't know. Anyway, I shouldn't be even talking about this because I don't know. I sound like an idiot. But there are. I've hiked one of them, and it was crazy. It was fun. It's very
cool.
Slippery, so be careful.
Yeah. So what kind of things do you like to do like recreational for fun and like outdoors? Because we're heading it right into the summer.
Oh yeah.
What do you got planned to do?
It's funny because I've lived here for 22 years, but it's like I'm just now getting out.
Yeah.
I think because now that my kids are grown, and it's like I would try and go hiking with them and they all whine. I'm like, oh, this is not worth it. And so, I gave up. And we would, go to the lakes and stuff. But now I'm like, oh my gosh, we have amazing trails and we have amazing hikes and little secret spots that, they're not so secret anymore. I feel like COVID has revealed how cool this place is.
Yeah.
But there's tons of stuff to get out and just do. So I'm kind of, getting outside before it's 110.
I am of half a mind to get a jet ski.
Oh, snap.
Why
a jet ski?
I don't know. Lately I've been watching videos of jet skis.
Have you really?
And like how to do the flips and stuff.
Okay, here's my mom coming out. And I'm like, the brain damage you can get from being thrown off.
Well, that's my brain.
I know you got a thick skull, but come on.
How close can I get and still survive? This is like how my mind works.
I am a mom of boys. I had a bull rider in my family, so I'm just like,
well, that's more dangerous than a jet ski.
Yeah, it is. They both suck. I'm always like, really? Do you really have to do that? Anyways, no, I have been on jet skis, but man, they will knock you.
Seeing a guy my size, I don't know if I could even. I don't know if that jet ski could get out of the water.
Well, you got to get two.
So. Yeah,
you can't just have one.
Well, I've got 3 kids, and then my wife. I don't know if they sell a 5-seater jet ski. If they do, you best.
It's called a boat. That's a boat.
That is a boat.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
you might have to get a boat.
I might have to get a boat then, right? Yeah, or 2.
Yeah.
Jet skis,
why a jet ski over a boat?
I don't know because I don't know. It just seems. I ride
They're
motorcycles, so it seems to be more like a motorcycle.
Once again, my mom brain is just shooting off.
Yeah. Yeah, motorcycles now, right?
I know. I'm a safety girl, I guess.
Yeah, but I'm not. I'm like the opposite. I have to, but I also lately I haven't been doing much at all, so I feel very bottled up. I feel very
you got to get out.
Yeah, I feel so burnt out and cooped up, like just from I literally have the lights off in the office upstairs here, and it's like from 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. at night every single day.
Oh my gosh, Blake!
Just like writing code. I mean, it's fun when my team's in the office with me. It's those are fun times, and there's lots of collaboration and stuff. Yeah. But that's you got
to set boundaries though.
Yeah, I'm exercising so much of my mind that my body gets shot by the end of the day. Yeah. And I just don't. I don't want to do anything. I don't want to think. I don't want to talk.
Can I give you some advice?
Yeah. What do you got for me? I'll take anything.
Make sure you stop for your family.
Yes. Okay. Yes.
This is going to be marriage counseling in a second. The divorced single mom of 5.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so. I agree. There's the goal I have personally of being like I want to get home by 6.
Yeah.
Because that's what time dinner is at the house. And so
food's calling. She's ringing the bell. Ding, 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 ding.
So I think that's going to be a hard stop pretty soon. In fact, after this podcast, it's probably going to be
good.
The hard stop.
Good. I'm going to call your wife too. I got her number, so
that's right.
I'll make sure he's home by 6.
Yeah.
I think that's what is, and it's hard because you do get burned out, and then you got to go home. And she's burned out because she's been with the kids and trying to run social media account.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
So there's a lot that goes into raising these these little boys, and we've got a little girl now. So
woohoo! How old are they?
5, 3, and 11 months.
Oh, you are in the thick.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
good times though. It's fun. Yeah. Yeah.
And then on top of that, I got this business baby. This business baby Savesy. And
if you guys don't know, Blake does other businesses too, right?
Yes, I do. I mean, I have clients that I work for, and so I'll build a team and manage a team for another client, and that's sort of like how I fund my personal startups.
Yeah.
And then I also budget out some like living expenses out of that money. So, whatever's left kind of goes into the business, but I've got a lot of stuff going on. My mind does not work well unless it's full. And so unless I'm being stressed to a degree.
Yeah.
I've been stressing myself out too much because
you go for a jet ski ride.
Yes. And Maybe I'll get one now. That's the
no,
solution.
bad, Ryan, bad.
Yeah. I got 2 of them. When one runs out of gas, I will.
No, your wife's going to be on the other one.
Oh, that's right.
what
Yeah,
it
that's right.
is. Share, Blake. Share. You got to share.
I just can't wait to throw my kids off of the jet
yeah.
skis.
Not the
Anyway.
11th month old.
Right,
Maybe
not the baby.
Yeah. Well, maybe the 5-year-old. Maybe. Okay, the other ones should probably be on the shore.
It's so funny. Anyway, yes.
Sorry, squirrel.
So like I've got a lot of stuff happening, and the reality is balance. Like balance is the key to like longevity. It's the balance to like, having a successful business.
100%.
The business, like every team member needs to have the same goal. A family needs to have a goal.
Yeah.
A marriage needs to have a goal. Everybody needs to be working as a team in order for it to work out. And it has to be, as far as the time commitment goes, there's got to be a balance as well.
Yeah. And that's the hard thing is like you get selfish and you're like, okay, I just got to get this done. I got this done. But like so many times when I'm on my phone creating a video for my account, my kids are like, get off your phone, Mom. I'm like, I know, just give me a second. But it's like literally from like you blink. And I hated this when people would come up to me in the grocery store. Oh my gosh, they grow up so fast just to do. Yeah. And now I'm like, I'm that lady going, they grow up so fast. And I love it now. My kids are older. Like my older 2 are 22. I have 5 kids. So we adopted my daughter. She's 22. And then she's going to be 22 this month. And then my son is 22 in July. So, and then I've got a 20-year-old, 17, and a 13-year-old. So
that's awesome.
They're a riot. Like when we all get together on Mother's Day, they're a riot. They were crazy. I mean, everybody's like, oh, it's boys. No, my boys were clinically diagnosed ADHD. I have no idea where they got it from. But there's some literally, I could say shitty stories because they involved some shiz. Sorry, I don't know if I should say that on this podcast, but like literal dog crap has flown and hit the ceiling and hit the fan and hit my kids and anyways, that's for another podcast. But I'm like, I thought I would never survive that. And now they're older and I'm just like, where to go? I miss it. So, I mean, that was one of the reasons why I took this jump into real estate because I wanted to be able to have more flexibility and be there for my kids. So this is me lecturing Blake on making sure he doesn't miss out on his kids.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the benefit of owning the business is, I do have the power to figure out how to make that work. Yeah. And it's my fault if it doesn't. It definitely is my fault if I don't have the time to do the things I need to be doing. Yeah. Right? Because I do have control over my time, and it's just a matter of creating processes. That's pretty much all
that's coding.
That's coding, and that's all owning a business is anyway. And growing a business is developing a process and then finding the right person to take that process off your hands. Yeah. And so, I generally like to do the process and figure out the process myself first, before I then hire that out. Yeah. So that way I can actually kind of have a frame of reference. Right. But that's like that's totally how it works. And I think I would say, all the big business owners that I've talked to, they say that, that's the name of the game. Yeah. Do less or do more by doing less. And figure out how to do that.
Well, it's buying back your time, right?
Yeah.
I know. I'm teetering on that where I'm like, okay, and hopefully in the next few months, like I'll be able to hire somebody to edit my videos and post them. Yeah. If you want to do an internship for free, hit me up. But like right now, it's like it takes so much of my time, and I'm like, that's not fun for me anymore. So I want to be able to hand that off, not just because it's fun, but then it frees up the time I get with my kids. And that's what I want is that time back. So that's what's great about being a business owner is being able to delegate that. That's what's hard. That's the learning how to delegate and being like, okay, even if they do it 80% of how I would do, 100%.
Yeah.
At least it's 80% done that I didn't have to do.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if it costs you 30%, then you got the 50% as profit.
Boom,
Right?
baby.
I guess whether it's time or money,
Yeah.
that's the idea.
Yeah.
So yeah. Well, I have my own ideas that we'll have to talk about after the podcast, I think, for this kind of stuff. But we don't have to talk about it now because I think we're running up on our time.
I know,
Maybe
what
we'll
time
do
is it?
another segment sometime and talk more like business
Ryan, the
strategies and stuff.
therapist, giving advice to young
Yeah.
parents. Don't do what I did.
Well, thank you. Yeah, thank you so much. I think we're
This was fun.
we're coming up on our time, but I think
Okay.
is there anything? Here's one question that I like to ask usually
Okay.
people at the end. So, for any listeners out there that either want to get into content creation or social media or real estate,
Yeah.
what is one thing that you would say that is a valuable piece that you've learned in your journey? And what advice would you give anybody starting out?
I think this actually goes for both. Believing in yourself. I know that sounds weird, but so many people are like, I can't get in front of the camera. I'm like, the camera will not bite you. I promise it won't. And you're going to look dumb and it's going to be okay because you're going to get better. I mean, you can't just jump on a bike and ride it away when you've never ridden a bike. You got to try. So it's having confidence in yourself and being like, okay, I can do this. Okay, I'm going to be a little bit better next time. Okay, I'm going to fix this next time. And the same thing for real estate. If you're wanting to get into real estate, like it's all about portraying who you are, portraying that confidence in yourself, and people will trust you. They'll follow you. And I do believe like that's what makes me successful is that I've been through a lot in my life. I've done a lot of things from selling guns to flight attendant to, anyways, I've done a lot of things.
That's awesome.
And so for me though, it was like, I didn't know anything about ARs before I'm selling them at SHOT Show. Like you just have to fake it till you make it, but put a smile on and portray this confidence and people they'll come to you.
Right.
And so, if you're doing social media, be confident in what you're doing and people will follow you.
Yeah.
If you are a real estate, you want to be real estate, don't doubt yourself. Learn, continually learn. Both of them, continually learn. I'm not one that I'm like, okay, I did the course, I'm done. No, I'm like continually learning.
Yeah.
And so, and maybe the other thing too is grab a mentor, grab somebody that's been there. Because it's like I have a coach for real estate and I've actually done social media since probably, when was my son born? A long time, like probably over 15 years at least, when social media was just Facebook. That was it. And I think, having people, even today, even though I've done it for so long, like I look at other people, I ask other people, how did you do that? What's the technique there, or this or that? Or what do you think about, your algorithms and when's, you know what I mean? Like there's so many things and everything's always changing. You always have to be learning. So if you're learning and you're confident in yourself, you're going to go far.
Yeah.
So.
That's wonderful advice. One thing that I've heard is, and I've seen it to be true, is everybody is always only ever one conversation away from like the things that they want.
100%.
Whether it's like asking for the thing that you want, or it's just learning how to get the thing that you want. And it's just,
Or talking to the right person that can make that happen for you.
Exactly.
That's the collaboration aspect.
Yeah.
That's why Kiln is amazing, because you guys are like, this is a freaking building full of powerhouses.
Yeah.
Blake included.
Yes. Yes, I'm a powerhouse.
Yeah. But I mean, I think that's true. I mean, and sorry, I know this is our last question, but that's how I got to meet you is my friend Christy's here at Kiln.
Yeah.
And you started telling her what you were doing and she's like, oh my gosh, you got to talk to my friend Ryan.
Yeah.
And that's how we met.
Yep.
But it's that conversation. It's
Absolutely.
having that conversation. So open your mouth and talk to people, network and ask questions, learn.
Yeah, there's one thing that nobody will ever not like is a question about what they do.
Oh, 100%.
So ask people what they do and how they do it, and they will tell you, and
Yeah.
they will be stoked to tell you.
Yeah. And you might actually like what they do too and might want to do what they do.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So really cool. Thank you so much, Ryan.
Yeah,
This
was
You're
awesome.
a pleasure to talk to, and so we're gonna have to do this again.
Let's do it.
All right.
I'm here for it.
Okay. All right.
Thanks,
well, thank you.
Blake.